Breezy, a little cool this morning. Got down to the 40s last night, so obviously it's going to be cool this morning. Don't be afraid. The clouds are not precipitous, and they're actually going to go away as we go through the day today. More clouds to the north of the valley, less clouds to the south of the valley. These little, the high thin clouds that we had very early this morning are turning into these lower level clouds, but they're going to go away. And we'll get some sunshine later. We'll get into the low 60s today. Tonight we'll get to about freezing or below freezing. Freezing will be the warmest. But generally, outside the valley, you'll be below freezing. Tomorrow we start off with some sunshine but some building clouds, and by the afternoon it'll be showering and raining. That will continue through the afternoon, the evening, the overnight, into Friday. By midday Friday, we should start to clear out, and as we go into the afternoon on Friday, we'll see some sunshine. And then temperatures drop for the weekend. I told you, I don't know, a month ago that we're going to see some snow the first or second week of November. That will happen this weekend. Those of you in the Poconos, you will probably see some snowflakes this weekend. Well, you will see some snowflakes this weekend. Better chance on Sunday than Saturday, but either day can happen. Those of you in farther north and farther west of the valley will see some snowflakes again. The better chance on Sunday than on Saturday. But you'll see some snowflakes going. Highs this weekend are going to struggle to get into the 40s. Some of you may not see the 40s, but most of you will. That's it. Dry today, dry for half of tomorrow, and dry for the latter half of Friday. But that is it. That's it. Little breeze today. Not too horrible of a breeze, but there will be a breeze. And that's actually going to keep temps down a little bit, feel a little bit cooler than they actually will be today. Not quite a wind chill, but a pseudo wind chill, if you will. Judy Odell, happy birthday. John Bugaki, happy birthday. Keith Hartman, Kevin Hartman, twins, happy birthday. And whoever else's birthday is today, happy birthday. Unless you're a piece of shit, then I hope your day sucks. That's it. That's the weather. That's the birthdays that I'm aware of. Happy birthday to the Marine Corps, December 5. It is the Marine Corps' birthday today. Tomorrow's Veterans Day. Do not confuse Veterans Day with Memorial Day. Don't be an idiot. Someone will. Garen fucking teeth. Veterans Day is not Memorial Day. Don't be one of those douchebags that pretends or thinks or acts like Veterans Day is Memorial Day, and don't make those stupid-ass Memorial Day posts on Veterans Day. Not the same thing.
One is a celebration. One is a commemoration.
Something like that.
We say thank you to all of our veterans tomorrow.
Most of our veterans.
Well, most of our veterans. Yeah, we'll say most.
Tim McVeigh can fuck off. That transgender guy from the Army, he can fuck off.
And I had to send a message to my buddy this morning with a cake that looks like a box of Crayola crayons, telling him not to eat too much.
Marine Corps crayon eaters, for those of you that aren't aware. It's an inside joke. It's
not a real thing. I wonder how much of the Marine Corps comes from Palmerton.
Well, I will tell you, this region statistically and historically has a very, very, very high ratio of veterans.
Yep.
If you drive through any small town up here, every telephone pole will have a banner of one of their current or past citizens that has fought in a war or served their country in some manner. This area, particularly the Slate Belt, actually, in the coal region, have a very high population of veterans, past and present. Because let's face it, what the fuck else are they going to do? You went to the coal mines or you went in the service? How many actually end up in the Marine Corps versus the other branches? I don't know. Jordan, the kid from Lehigh Township, he's currently in the Marine Corps. Was over in Afghanistan when that whole debacle fucking happened a month or so ago. He's home safely, fortunately. Well, he was home safely. I'm sure he's back deployed again. Yeah, but there's a large number, very, very large number of veterans from this region.
I know a guy from up there who left the Pennsylvania National Guard after his Iraq deployment to join the Oklahoma National Guard because they were being deployed again. They were next on the list. He just wanted to go play in the
Yeah,
sandbox.
there's a lot of boy. This could be an entire podcast, but there's a lot of for the lack of a better term, adjustment issues, post-conflict adjustment issues. Sometimes it's you miss it. Like you miss a good meal, you get a craving for I don't know an In-N-Out burger. You get a craving to go back and do your thing. If that's what you know and that's what you enjoy, and you're suddenly not in that anymore, and you're back here in civilian life, and it's not at all what you expected or what you remembered it to be. Going back is sometimes the preferred option. Security guard drives by me, thinks I'm a cop every fucking time. Waves. Waves to me, nods his head.
Yes. You know what? I think, I don't know if we have plans for this weekend, but I think we may have that big discussion on futures of things and maybe get a podcast rolling here really, really soon. We could
The
do some
podcast
good
needs
with a
to happen.
podcast.
The podcast needs to happen. It's just a matter of getting it going. This weekend is out. I'm going snow chasing this weekend. That was going to be a surprise, but I'm going snow chasing this weekend.
What, you like going to Columbia?
I'm going to snow. I'm going to find snow. Falling snow, snow on the ground, snow.
West.
And I will have the Cheney jacket with me, the snow jacket, if you will, which I've had now for about a year. Thanks, Rob Cheney. It was a birthday gift last year, and it comes out every time there's snow. So it will make an appearance this weekend.
Well, now we'll have to see where the snow jacket's going to come.
Correct.
By the way, the graphics on screen, sunset is at 4:48 p.m. tonight. We do
Yeah,
not
it's very
see
early.
we do not see another post 5 p.m. sunset until the middle of January, and we do not see a 6 p.m. sunset until March.
There are all of these people that piss and moan about the time changes. Why do we change the timers? That's farmers. It's outdated. Blah, blah, blah. Stop changing the fucking clocks. For all of you fucking people that are saying stop changing the clocks, let me give you some information here. If we were not to change the clocks, there would be points throughout the year that it would be 9 a.m. and the sun would just be beginning to rise at 8:30, between 8:30 and 9 in the morning. Some days the sunset could set as early as 3:30 in the afternoon. You really fucking want that? I don't think you do. Stop bitching about the time changes.
I think we should just go to daylight time, quite frankly.
Well, then you still run into that error or that issue. Because just because the clocks aren't changing doesn't mean the sunsets are sooner or later. Those still get later in the day and earlier in the day. Sunrises, the same thing, become later and become earlier, whether you change the clocks or not. So if you pick daylight savings or daylight standard time, you're still going to have very early sunsets and very late sunrises.
That is correct.
The whole reason for changing the clocks is to help modify the workday so you don't have those 9 a.m. sunrises or those 3 p.m. sunsets. Nobody wants that. Do you think you'll enjoy that? Call someone in Alaska. Ask them how that is.
Yeah.
It wasn't like just one day somebody decided, you know what, let's fuck with the clocks and change them twice a year. There's a reason for it. And I'm not a farmer. Chances are you're probably not a farmer either as you're watching this. But I don't want 3 p.m. sunsets, and I don't want 9 a.m. sunrises. Fuck that noise. Change my clocks all you fucking want to. It's not that fucking difficult. In fact, you lazy fuckers don't have to do goddamn thing. Your clocks and your phones update themselves.
John
It's
Baguki
not a
wants
lot
to
of work to
know
change the
if
fucking.
are they making snow on Blue Mountain yet?
Actually, yes, they were testing them the other night, John. And very, very, very soon it will be conducive to snowmaking. I would say the slopes will be open by Thanksgiving, frankly.
Andy Gabo wants to know if he can come with you.
How did he spell come?
COME. And actually, all it
No.
says is, "Can I come with?" It doesn't say you. It just he wants to come with somebody.
And he has very low standards.
Rule number 1: if she don't meet your standards, lower your standards.
So this weekend will be a hunt for snow.
It'll be a
I know a
quest.
couple places that there will be absolutely will be snow in a few places this weekend, and those are the places I will be heading towards.
He says he'll come with myself.
That's it. That's all I got. The weather today. Again, these clouds should clear out a little bit as we go through the day. We'll get a little more sunshine than we have currently. More clouds to the north, less clouds to the south. Temps low 60s today. Dry. Start off dry tomorrow, then it gets wet. It gets wet for the first part of Friday. Sun should, or the precipitation should stop by about midday Friday. Sun will come out in the afternoon on Friday. And then temperatures get much, much, much chillier this weekend. Much chillier this weekend. I got nothing else. Cornhole announcement will be made today as far as registration fees. Softball and kickball registration fees were $50 per player. That will not be the registration fee for cornhole. It will be less. But we will not be having individual registration fees for cornhole. It will be team registrations. And just a reminder for those of you in Palmerton, there are two on a cornhole team, not three. Two. If you don't have a partner or a teammate for the cornhole team and you need one, let us know and we will do our very best to find you one. I know there's at least a couple of people that claim not to have teammates. We can hook you up with them, maybe. But ideally, you will be a teammate prepared registrar, whatever, when you register. You can pre-register now. Pre-registration, those who pre-register will get preference in registration. I anticipate registration selling out very quickly just by the number of pre-registers we have. So if you pre-register, you will get the preference over those who don't pre-register. There's only 32 teams. That's 64 people, Farmerton. 32 teams in the tournament. There will be no more teams. 32 is it. We're cutting it off at 32. There will be no more. theweathercornhole@gmail.com. theweathercornhole@gmail.com to pre-register. Just put player in the subject line. Give us the information that you want to play. You have a teammate. You don't have a teammate. Whatever. Let us know. theweathercornhole@gmail.com. There's $800 in prize money. $500 for first place. $200 for second place. Third place gets $100. Okay? That money has been provided by Snowscapes. Snowscapes, who, if you're a fan of the weather for any length of time over the years, you know about Snowscapes. Andy Carr and Snowscapes have donated the prize pool money, $800. If you need trees cut, if you need trees trimmed, if you need trees removed, Snowscapes is your only option, frankly. I have personally used them before I even knew Andy. We had a microburst come through and took down a massive tree. Andy and his crew came by, cut up the tree, cleaned up with all the debris and all the shit that was there. They did an amazing job removing the tree, cleaning up the debris. This is, I don't know how many years ago, 4 or 5 years ago now. But no, Andy and Snowscapes and I and the weather have a relationship with each other. He's been a very long-time supporter of the weather and the weather cares. So I know firsthand, Andy is an excellent person, individual. Snowscapes is a top-notch company. I can't think of a better one. I know there are others, but I can't think of a better one. So if you need tree work or tree removal, Andy Carr, Snowscapes. That's your company to go to. We talk about a lot of companies on here, by the way, and I think at some point we're going to do a show just on the companies we talked about. Blended Bakery, love Christina and Troy, the owners. Of course, I love her a little bit more. God, I would love her so much more. Blended Bakery, fantastic place. Obviously, I stop there any chance I get to. Dawn's Haircuts for Men. I haven't seen Dawn in a while. I did see her sister-in-law, who apparently works at well, I won't say the name of the hospital, but works at a hospital. I went to register a patient at that hospital a few weeks ago. I had my mask on, obviously. And as I was giving her the patient information, she said, "Well, your voice sounds familiar." I said, "Oh." And she said, "Oh, wait, you're the weather guy." And she goes, "Dawn is my sister-in-law." And I said, "Oh, yeah, I know. Dawn, I love Dawn. Haven't seen Dawn in a while." Dawn's Haircuts for Men on Main Street, Northampton, next to the gin mill. I've had my hair cut by Dawn several times. Love Dawn. Another one. I would love so much more if I could. I hate doing this because I always forget businesses now. Blue Steel Vodka. We have a big announcement coming from Blue Steel Vodka, by the way. Blue Steel Vodka, Chad Sterner and his partners, longtime supporters of DeWeather and DeWeather Cares. G Contracting, a relatively recent new sponsor of DeWeather. Their headquarters used to be right near my house, by my kid's bus stop, so I would see him every morning. Never really talked to him. And then when we did our first softball tournament, he contacted us, and G Contracting has been a huge supporter of the DeWeather Cares events over this past year. John's an excellent guy, very good guy, from what I can tell. And their work, if you follow them on Instagram or Facebook, is stellar. It's just beautiful work that they do. G Contracting. And I think their flooring division is G&C Flooring, I think. But if you go to G Contracting on Facebook or Instagram and look at their pictures and things, you'll find the link to the flooring company too. Salami Customs, Mike Sinatti, the inaugural member of the Fucker Hall of Fame. Mike Sinatti has Salami Customs, does all of my car work that he can do. If he can do it, I go to him first to do it. If he can't do it, then I have to go to someone else. But if Mike Sinatti can do the work at Salami Customs, he gets all of my business for my car. Mike, great guy. Amy's husband, owns Salami Customs, auto repair. Great fucking guy. I hope to go snowmobiling with him this winter up in New York. But Mike, great guy. Salami Customs. Again, a big sponsor of DeWeather Cares, a longtime fan of, like a long time fan of DeWeather. Who am I missing there, Mr. Graham? Who am I forgetting? This is why I don't do this, because I always forget businesses, and it irks me that I forget them.
Well, why don't we call it this way? Because there's nothing that's jumping out off the top of my head that we're forgetting. We should probably do
Great Metal Recycling. Great Metal Recycling on 145 in Lehigh Township. Great Metal Recycling, again, a new, I guess a longtime fan of DeWeather, the owner, but Great Metal Recycling, his business has become a big supporter of these DeWeather events, the kickball and softball events. So I got a shout out to Great Metal Recycling. The pool, Arete, Arete pool up in Palmerton, huge new supporters of DeWeather events. Longtime fans of DeWeather, but recent supporters of DeWeather events. Very generous with their support. I still don't know how to say it. Aretes pool up in Palmerton. I'm trying to think of the other team sponsors.
Tom Tassi put a comment up here that just says notary.
Oh, Michael's Insurance and Notary. Yeah, absolutely. Rich Young's business. Rich Young, if you have been to DeWeather at all, you know Rich Young's name. Rich Young, huge supporter of DeWeather, longtime fan of DeWeather, a longtime supporter of our DeWeather Cares activities, our fundraisers, and our campaigns and things. His insurance agency, Michael Insurance and Notary, on Stoke Park Road in Hanover Township, Northampton County, a block off of Shanersville Road. So if you turn towards the Wegmans or the Cadillac dealer or that steakhouse that's back there off of Shanersville, it's the next stop sign. He's on the southeast corner. You can't miss it. Michael's Insurance and Notary. Huge supporters. Rich, great fucking individual. and who I get my insurance through because I like him, I trust him, and he's a good dude. So yeah, I get my auto insurance. This vehicle is insured through Michael's Insurance and Notary. Who else? Who else am I missing?
I don't remember. We'll go through the list
Uh,
of sponsors from kickball and softball, and maybe we'll get them
mhm.
down in the ticker tomorrow.
Yeah, we should definitely put them in the tickers. But again, I think we should do something for those businesses of fans, especially those that support the weather events and do other cares things. We need to do something for them. If we do a Blue Cock Nation Chamber of Commerce sort of thing, I think we should do that. Maybe we'll feature one every week or every couple of weeks.
Yes, the Chamber of Commerce.
That sounds different. That sounds like a funny name for a vagina.
Tom Tassi says NRN. I don't know that we need the plug
NRN,
there, Tom, but thank you.
NRN, obviously.
By the way, last night we had three, count them, three DeWeather dildos on the National Racing Network last night.
Yes,
One of them
racing last night.
won. The Bizzle won the
The
race.
the Bizzle won. Now listen, he was up against some pretty stiff competition.
Yes, he was.
There were some drivers in that race that I had seen in other races that were that usually win or up on podium finishes all the time. And Bizzle outdrove them last night.
He outdrove them one-armed, by the way. Apparently,
Yeah.
there was a work accident. He's a machinist, builds drag racing engines, and there was an incident with something heavy at work, and his left arm is pretty much shot. I think he's going doctor hunting today, actually. But yeah, and he's a hell of a cameraman too. He was our cameraman all day at Airport Speedway. Nice of you to show up for that.
Yeah, well, I thought it was this weekend coming up. I thought that was this weekend coming up. I took off this weekend coming up because I was anticipating going down there. And then when you were like, "You coming?" I'm like, "Well, coming where?" And, I was like, "Wait, that's this weekend?" Yeah, I didn't know it was last weekend. I thought it was this weekend coming up.
That's all right, because our other cameraman went to Linda's Speedway out in Jonestown.
Oh God, seems like a failure to communicate.
Yeah, it was a long day.
All right. I guess we'll end this now. We'll get more sun than we have right now later on today. We'll have much more moisture tomorrow afternoon than we will this afternoon. And we'll have more moisture Friday morning than we have this morning. But we'll have just as much sun Friday afternoon as we will this afternoon. Got all that straight? Did I just give you a headache? Probably did. Probably just had a stroke. Dry today, dry to start tomorrow. Gets moist in the afternoon, evening, overnight, into Friday morning, clears out by about midday on Friday. We'll start seeing some sun Friday afternoon. Then temps get much chillier this weekend, and I'll be hunting snow this weekend. I'm not sure if I'm going to use a rifle or a bow, but I'm going snow hunting. I love you all. Keep an eye out for the cornhole details later today. Sneak peek, if you're watching this, it'll be $75 per team. Got it? $75 per team. But we'll show you where to register, how to register later on today. I love you all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. See you tomorrow. Bye.